Welcome to ROUEN Unusual. The voice was made via an online tool. Today, I take you aboard my imaginary boat. Let's go to the Bouvreuil street and more precisely the interior of the Dungeon of Rouen called Tour Jeanne d'Arc. First, let's go to the ground floor to observe a plaque mentioning a quote from Joan of Arc. Contrary to popular belief, Joan of Arc was never locked up in the dungeon but in the tower of the Maid located a few steps away. She made a brief visit on Wednesday, May 9, 1431, to be confronted with instruments of torture. Then, a little further ahead of you, there is Gaalor's well. You should know that access to drinking water was an obligation in medieval castles that could face possible sieges. This well, 10 meters deep, overlooked the Gaalor source, a very old source starting under Pouchet Street, west of the current train station, and which was to supply various sources in the city. In particular this one located at the level of the big clock, the oldest in the city. Now let's head straight for the attic. In this attic, you can see a concrete slab made by the Germans in 1944, and the latter will transform this dungeon into a command post and wall up all the openings. All the concrete will be removed after the war except the slab, witness to the German presence. Another unusual aspect on the walls, take a good look, you can read inscriptions there. These are the names of some people who passed through the tower, a kind of trace left in the history of the dungeon. And then finally, the ultimate unusual thing, the inscription prohibition to urinate under penalty of fines. Today, know that you can visit the dungeon for free every Saturday and Sunday from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. without reservation. And if you have a playful spirit, do not hesitate to register for the escape game which is played within this dungeon and whose theme is the Siege of Rouen in 1419.